both the gold helmet winners. To Coach Murphy's 25 years as a head coach, my first 25 days, we took a young team ourselves up to Hamilton, New York. They were celebrating their 200th year of the school. There's about 3,000 to 4,000 people on hand, and for an SCAC game, that's a pretty good crowd. And in particular, John Bon Jovi was up there, so there was a lot of excitement. His daughter is a freshman at Hamilton, might be a sophomore. All in all, from our standpoint, we have a young team. They played very hard. I thought there was great fight at the end of the game. We had an opportunity to win the game in the fourth quarter, which was what we asked of our players. We went into the fourth quarter, about 10 minutes left in the game, down 2 scores, and the last play of the game, we were throwing one into the end zone. And one of their players on defense just made a really nice play on the ball. For us offensively, there was some really good things. We didn't turn the ball over. Obviously, that's something that we preach. No turnovers in a game. The first time in a few years that we've had that. I have to recognize the effort of our running back, Ryan Pollock from Reading, Mass. He rushed for 70 yards. As a whole, offensively, we rushed for about 124 yards. Our quarterback, Johnny Lindquist, who was his first time taking a snap in 4 years, actually 4 years ago. Today, he was a freshman at Michigan as just a normal student. Transferred to Tufts 2.5 years ago, and thank goodness he did. He had one heck of a game for his first time taking snaps under center. He was 19 for 32 for about 215 yards and a touchdown, and he also rushed for about 45, 46 yards. Really did a nice job commanding the offense, and again, for his first time taking some snaps under center and running the show for the team, he did a really great job. Also another person on offense, just have to recognize Nick Kenyon. He's from Vermont, had his first career touchdown. He's a 6'6", 250-pound tight end who's coming off of ACL surgery. Really did a nice job for us. Defensively, I thought we played a good game in the second half. It took us a little while to get our legs under us after that 5.5 hour bus ride and our first overnight as a young team. We forced Hamilton to punt the ball a few times, about 4 times. We had some great returns. In that second half, in particular in that fourth quarter when we had a chance to win, there was some very big 3-and-outs. Our defense really put their backs up against the wall and played some tough, physical, smart, fundamentally sound football, and I think that gave us the opportunity to have a chance to win the game. Defensively for us, JT Rinciari, he's from New York. He had 11 total tackles, senior captain for us. Also, Zach Skarzinski, he had 8 total tackles, senior from the Chicago area. And also Nick Croto, defensive end, who actually started out as a tight end, has moved to D-line, and now defensive end, had a big career, had a big sack that really gave us that final chance to have a shot to win the game. Special teams wise, we had some great punts. Marty Finnegan did a great job. Punted inside the 10, really put their offense in a difficult situation. Had some big returns by Sam Diss and Dylan Haas. But ultimately, my hat's off to Hamilton. They played a hard physical game, and in particular to Jordan Eck, their quarterback. He was 29 to 33 for 300+ yards and 3 scores, and in my opinion was really the difference. So again, my hat's off to them. Moving forward this week, we're headed up to Maine. Again, to play an incredibly well-coached team, tough team. Coach Harriman does an amazing job with their program. We have all the respect in the world for how they play and what they bring to the table on game day. They have 2 players defensively. Andrew Cooch, who I think had about 13 or 14 tackles this past week versus Amherst, as well as Kevin Helm, both are linebackers. They held Amherst's offense to about 290 yards, total yards. Amherst was one of the best offenses in the league last year. Offensively, they have John Squires, who's a 6'6", 200-some-odd-pound wide receiver. Plays the ball very well. Really had a career game versus us last year in their victory when they beat us at home for the first time in 24 years. And also their fullback, Patrick George, only had about 60 yards rushing, but he's a force. It's going to be a tough battle, again on the road, our second week with a young team. But we had a good day of practice yesterday and looking to get after it again on Saturday. So, again, congratulations and thank you.